My name's Ayanna Juarez. I'm 19 years old and I've been attending Maple City for a little over 2 years now. When I was about 7, my parents separated, and not long after that, my mom became a drug addict. And so life for my siblings and I wasn't easy. We just lived in a very unhealthy environment for a long time. During those very formative years, my mental health, it just got really bad. I began to struggle with anxiety and depression. I isolated myself from my family, from my friends, from like the whole world. Like I literally locked myself in my room for years. It got to a point where I didn't want to live like that, but I didn't see a way out. Like I didn't think I would ever be better. I contemplated taking my own life like every day for like 2 years. I went to middle school for 6th grade, and then after that for 7th grade, I just felt like I couldn't go back. I did online school for 7th and 8th grade, and I really didn't do it, honestly. Like my sleep schedule was completely twisted. I was like waking up at like 11 p.m. and then going to sleep at like 10 a.m. So I missed out on like 7th and 8th grade schooling. But once high school started, I really wasn't given an option to do that. You know, my mom and my sisters especially, like they really wanted me to attend high school. So we kind of met in the middle, and I attended an alternative school, and I went in person, but it was only 3 hours a day, and like all of our work was on a computer. Like I sat in one place for 3 hours doing my schoolwork. But I did have a really amazing teacher, and she helped me realize that like I could have a future. You know, I didn't have to be held back by everything in my life. When I was very much in like the depths of my anxiety and depression, I didn't really see a future for me. I couldn't see joy for me or love, and I let that kind of take over my personality. I didn't try to enjoy life really, but my brother Christian, he was like this ball of sunshine, and I feel like that's not really the expectation because he was an 18-year-old teenage boy, you know, but he was so loving and free-spirited. Like he spread that to the people around him, and my hope is that I could also be the kind of person who can share that kind of light and hope and love with the people around me. So I felt like things were going pretty good for me. Like I was thinking about my future, a future that I didn't think I would even have. My brother, he was 18 and he died in a house fire. He was staying at his friend's house for the night. When we found out about it, I felt like I couldn't breathe. You know, my whole family was in despair, and it felt like it was never gonna end. My brother, he was also kinda atheist. Like we had talked about it, and we were just kinda in the same boat of like, I don't see how a God could love me and let me struggle so much in life. More in our childhood, when our family was really struggling, my mom's mentor brought someone in to speak with all of us and to help us kind of rebuild our family. My mom's mentor shared with us that my brother had accepted Jesus, and that, you know, he knew that God loved him and that he loved God. And I feel like that was a really big, comfort to all of us, knowing that he knew that as well. I didn't know how to come to terms with the fact that my brother was out of my life for good until I realized that he's in heaven with God, and that one day I will be up there too. When my brother died, I felt like my world was ending. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't think of anything else. Like, I couldn't focus on school. I just felt like there were bigger things happening. I was very lost, more lost than I had ever been before. I was atheist when my brother died. I did think that, there's no way that there was a God who loved me and would let me suffer for so many years. I didn't think that I was even lovable, let alone from a God. But people from church, Beth, and so many people that I didn't even know, that I now know, they surrounded my family and brought us food and prayed for us and just helped us navigate through this. We didn't know what to do. And they just provided us with so much love and support that I now know is God through them. The Sunday after my brother died, I just had this automatic feeling like we're going to church. And my mom had been going to Maple City, but my siblings and I, we had gone once, I think, but we weren't regularly going. But when that Sunday came around and we went to church, it was such an overwhelming feeling. It's just this feeling of belonging and safety. I still didn't know what to think of it all, but I felt this peace inside of me. Last year, I went through the Way Teens, which is a spiritual weekend for teenagers. I didn't know exactly what I was going for, but I just knew that I kind of needed this healing. And that's kind of what I was looking for when I went into it. And going through the weekend, I was learning so much and experiencing so much love, and had, gained these new friendships that I still have in my life, and I'm so grateful for. I was watching all these people around me, they seemed so sure about their faith, and I wasn't feeling like that was me. And so there were so many steps where I could have surrendered my life, but I just didn't feel ready to. I felt like it would be a lie if I did. Until this one night on the weekend, it was just thing after thing after thing that was just reinforcing God's love in me, We were in a chapel, and everyone was singing, and my mom, she came, and she was right at the end of the candlelight walk, and I just seen her after 3 days of not seeing her, and she just gave me a hug, and it was just a really I don't know, kind of surreal experience. Once we were done in the chapel, they were like, you guys can go ahead and talk to anyone if you need to. And so the first thing that popped in my head was, I need to talk to Beth. I asked her, I was like, is it okay that I'm still unsure about stuff? That I'm not fully aware of where I am with God, but I know that His love is real, and that I want to accept that and be a part of that. And she responded with telling me this scripture from the Bible. She said, help my unbelief. And to me, that was wow, that's me, I can believe and also struggle with my belief. Once I heard that, it was I was just bawling. And I was just so grateful that I had all these people around me to help me, just kind of like journey through this, because I couldn't imagine doing it alone. That's not what God intended for us. He didn't intend for us to do any of this alone. So that weekend was very transformative. I just felt found. It wasn't all easy after. There still are hard parts, but I just have this piece of me now. After the weekend, I just started, intentionally trying to spend time with God, reading the Bible and going to Bible study and just spending time with those that I can talk about these things with. But I started seeking him out as he was seeking me out as well. For me, meeting Beth and being able to share some of the hardest moments of my life with her, and for her to be by my side through all of it, I will be eternally grateful. And I hope that anyone else who's going through a hard time in their life has someone like that, and that you can lean on them, and that you can lean on God, and that in those times you realize like people have my back, like you're not alone. Words can't express how grateful I am for the people who surrounded me after my brother's death and who continue to surround me. And I will meet a new person on a regular church Sunday and it's like they changed my life. And so I'm super grateful for that. I know that God's love for me is unconditional. I know that God saved my life, and I know that he has a plan for me, and I am ready and willing to follow that plan. I don't expect things to be easy peasy. They're definitely not gonna be, but he has given me so much strength and so much ability and motivation that I have this purpose in me now, a purpose that I didn't have without him. I know I could never take that for granted, ever. So I actually, for the longest time, I wanted to be baptized, but I did not feel good enough to be baptized. I felt like I had to be worthy of being baptized. I felt like I had to have my life together, and I had to be at a certain part in my faith journey in order to be baptized. I felt like I didn't meet the requirements that I had made up in my mind. But after watching the baptisms right before mine, I was just watching it and I was like, he wants that for me. No doubt, he wants that for me. I didn't decide right then and there oh, I'm gonna get baptized. But I went home after watching the baptisms, and I wanted to know if I could do it, if I could be vulnerable enough to be baptized and to share my testimony. And so I wrote it down. I sat down, I wrote it down, and I was like, I can do this. I can do it. And so I decided that I was gonna get baptized. I would say to anyone who relates to anything that I've shared or is thinking about being baptized but isn't quite sure if you're worthy enough. You can't be worthy of it. You just are. God loves you and he wants this for you so bad. That's why he pursues each and every one of us. The best thing that I've ever done was to see that he's pursuing me and to accept it and to pursue him. And I think that if you love God and you know that he loves you, then get baptized, because it's not something that you can really put into words, but it's just this overwhelming peace. I don't know how to express it, but for me, being baptized was like coming home, you know? I just hope that anyone who's thinking about it and wants that for themselves, then to go for it, definitely. He's beside all of us, and he's beside me, and it's this kind of relief once you realize that he's looking out for you and that he wants the best for you, because there's so much in life that can bring you down. But if you have God, then it can't take you down. If I could talk to 4 years ago me, I would tell her that she is the daughter of the very high king, and that even though you don't know who you are in this world or where you belong, that God knows, and he knows that you belong with him.